There's a special connection between Ethiopia and Jamaica. Let me tell you why. Back in the 20s and 30s, there was a religious uprising against colonialism within the churches in Jamaica. This was all inspired by Marcus Garvey and his Back to Africa movement. And so when a preacher named Leonard Howe, who was the first Rasta, saw the coronation of Haile Selassie, he felt it was a prophecy. For Howe, the coronation was more than just about Ethiopian monarchy. Soon Jamaicans all over the island fell in love with what the ceremony represented, an unbroken tradition on unconquered land because, as I've said before, Ethiopia has never been colonized. On April 21st, 1966, Haile Selassie visited Jamaica. A massive crowd greeted him at Kingston Airport. He even met with a delegation of Rastas and granted land in Ethiopia to those that wanted to return to Africa, and that land is called Shashamene, which is home to hundreds of Rastas today. Since then, the Rastafari movement spread worldwide. This is why we're connected.
Ethiopia is one of only 2 countries in Africa that was never colonized by European powers during the scramble of Africa. Now, because Ethiopia was never colonized, it's largely untapped by Western influence and has preserved its culture for thousands of years. For example, Ethiopia is the only country in Africa that does not have a European language or Arabic as its official national or business language. Ethiopia has 80 different languages, with the national language being Amharic. Ethiopia has its own alphabet, which consists of 209 symbols and 25 letter variants. Ethiopia has 80 different ethnic groups, with many of them having their own unique cultures and languages. Ethiopia doesn't go by the Gregorian calendar, which is used by most of the world, but instead they have their own calendar, which consists of 13 months. And they celebrate their New Year's not on January 1st, but on September 11th. They are also several years behind us. If it's the year 2021 in the Western world, in Ethiopia, it's only 2014. Also, time is counted differently here. Ethiopians measure time from when the sun rises. So when the sun rises at 6 a.m. on your watch, to Ethiopians, it's only 12 a.m. Their time is counted 6 hours less than their time zone, which can cause a bit of confusion if you're at a business that doesn't cater to tourists. Ethiopians have their own style of traditional clothes, fashion, and hairstyles, and they also have their own cuisine, which is famous for their national dish called injera, which is a spongy sourdough flatbread that is usually ate with vegetable and meat dishes. My young tour guide took me to the cultural center in Addis to have some injera and learn a bit more about the Ethiopian music and dance.